The 30 billion history of is here. The happened before the warbikers and the realm. Everything is bloodless. The world was young and full of vitality and vitality. Even if there is sunrise sunset, there is light in young female protagonist Ladriel, is the future commander of she her friends. When a people for a small ship, her suddenly appeared and stopped them, and a delicate dagger to up the small paper boat. Since childhood, Mai has the female protagonist. That time the Bell Kingdom was without end. There is to describe the death, and there is never dark in the Golden Bell Kingdom shines the double-edged tree. Until the Mogos invaded the kingdom of destroying the source, leaving only the Dark Dragon. In order to fight Mogos, a powerful Golden Bell army directly participated war. In order to the thousands of Golden Bell warriors they left the Velener and went a very distant world. They crossed the sea and came to a of unknown dangers and strange creatures. The war was and cruel. The spirit warriors have seen such huge army of there must be casualties of the blood-red evening sunset is slowly fading away. Both sides are so dead. The war is, but the war has the Zhongzhou a ruins, and it's hundreds years. In order to find my brother, traveled thousands of and rivers. The is covered black corpses. A beautiful place has become a full of murderous atmosphere. Soldiers' heads are piled up into of tens of meters high. Fortunately, Mogos were defeated, but the price paid is unimaginable. Since then, the Ov has his death. The Zhongzhou has been countless people. The most all is the who is loyal to the most loyal to a cruel and cunning sorcerer. They call him Sorong. The female protagonists once vowed to kill Sorong, but Sorong, and his body. Even the most sharp old man can't tell thee of this symbol. So the sad rail has experienced the darkness before. He took his brother's weapon. His brother's vow has become his own vow. So, a new hunting action has. Ruier led a small army people to climb the mountains and down Sorong until the end. But the farther they, the fewer. Year after year, day after day, hundreds of worlds changed. After experiencing the ups-downs of many spirits, the pain has gradually from their minds. More spirits began to believe that Sorong was just a memory, and believed that the threat had completely ended. Even though Ruier wanted to do, his mission was not to. Finally, the martial arts were without a newbie. After experiencing a violent storm, they finally found the Dark Temple. This is where the Morgoth's battle was gathered. From the track on can see that the orcs were we, and the coldness is the full of evil. Even the fire of cannot be Rel realizes that long as a direction can find the unknowingly, someone has already them. Soon, Rel found a wall of the ice is now unusual. Rel punched it and found a hidden door. There is a hole. A terrible monster was by in which. Suddenly a snowflake fell. It slowly fell on the rock and melted. This is not, and Ruier quickly poured water on the and found the symbol. Ruier immediately ordered everyone to rest immediately. When the sun came out, set off again. Continue to search, but the was questioned. This symbol may have through hundreds of centuries. Who left the mark may have died. But Ruier is clear, and this symbol is the lock left to other orcs. The lock may be suppressing of the to rise again. By that time, everything is too. But the man insisted on returning to the kingdom. He asked for further instructions. Ruier understood the every golden bell, but he knew it wasn't the time yet. He to destroy the enemy completely, so that the sacred tree could shine on the kingdom again. Just as the of where the soldiers were surprised to a huge snow monster suddenly appear. The spirit attacks the throws out the and guards the monster throws out a big ice cube. The just scatters the Ruier notices that he's go to scene, but he the full power. He the spirit soldiers, the weak soldiers are of the beast. It's a bad chance. At the critical moment, Ruier uses his to the skillful movement to break the beast's hand and foot. The hand pierces through his head to solve the battle. Although this battle is close, the are still going forward. You gave up on your hunting plan in this situation, Ruier go? The world is in better understand this world. Let me briefly introduce the 5 main races. First is the elite of the top level live in the Ming dynasty. They their appearance. The Master Rel returned to the of she wants to apply for a new army. To continue tracking the whereabouts Soren to ensure safety, she first found the late king, also her childhood friend, Longda. Rel desperately hopes that Longda can help herself, but Longda was told by Longda that they're in the Dark Palace. Instead, the master defends the order. The king chose to Ruier's achievements instead of his arrogance. Then these brave warriors were awarded the legendary highest and most unparalleled honor. Through the Goliath, they lived in the west of the Mammoths as a dream. That night, a grand fireworks party. Ruier came to his brother's tomb. The lost warriors were carved into statues and kept. Ruier thought he would be one of them, but he had stay from them. Long quietly approached him, trying to appease his revenge. But Ruier had never forgotten his brother's oath. Eventually, he decided to He chose to hunt down who escaped in even without an army. Ruier would go. Longdi didn't want Ruier die on the battlefield and become a cold statue, suffering from the rain and the poison of. Then Longdi told Ruier about the Solon symbol. Once found the Solons, he would hunt down Solon to the corner. The next day, all soldiers came to the Goliath and boarded to the sacred place of the maids on helped them remove the armor. But when he was take Ruier's weapon, he was unwilling to let go. Suddenly, sky was so and group of birds flew across the sky, following the song Bell. The whole ship was bathed in with flash gold. Only the immortal world has warmth stretched out arms to welcome the but Ruier was he turned to at his brother's dagger. At the time, a flying object. This kind sky is rare. Only small ships or close light gradually disappear in the light. Ruier left a tearful tear. When the object slipped through the fall of Ruier, held the dagger, and jumped into the isolation, he could let go of hatred and threat. He gave up to go to Verino. At this time, the High King felt the same. She picked up a fallen leaf, but there was an ominous feeling. After turning the leaf, she saw a black power slowly and eating the leaf. And the place, a girl curiously. She slowly approached the pit. She saw a giant. The girl's is Noli, a Hafus, which is the later Hwopit. Noli has been a daydreamer, always thinking, rushing out the safe zone to risk the world. Fortunately, she has a good, is curious and loyal. No matter wind or rain, the two people stand together. And the meteorite completely hooked up Noli's curiosity. Where the giant landed was surrounded by. The girls gave to this unknown giant. The giant actually had of calling the Anrain, the emperor. Although there were 3 characters, each character was for other ethnic groups. The mother, Browen, is from the emperor, but her thoughts and curiosity are by the people around her. But as a human, she got the elite soldiers along. Because this that Browen was by other villagers until she cut off the devil's head. And her son, Little Boo, is also a key existence. This ungrateful human actually found the siren logo. What's more terrifying is that the whole tent absorbs the blood of and burns the flame. Another South American is called Harbrand. Harbrand saved the female master Rel, and then suffered the harassment. I will explain this in. Then was born the craftsman Irene. He 20 years to create a world comparison. Prince Irene Dulin is warm and considerate, and Elf Eilrond is a friend. This day, Lond came to Anregia to build a prosperous city. There is to build a elf diamond in the Fenuo. The diamond is of the elf kingdom. It is to have changing people's hearts. The Irui Jian is a far-reaching craftsman. He plans to launch like the Rufe Aino. Because of time, he doesn't have. Longde recommended the Aaron clan. Then Longde went to the Aaron kingdom to seek from his old friend. Unexpectedly, he knows. Finally, the Numen Nowhere people. At this time, their kingdom is of wealth and power. But the Wang Mirui is carrying a heavy of the terrible secret of. But the 2 Numen Nowhere people have not appeared yet. There is of the 5 races. I hope to help you understand the system.